Yes, sir. Reaction channel. I am back. Yes, sir. I know it. I know it have been a few days. I know. I know. But we back and we reacting to Do All Black People Think the Same Spectrum. The channel is Jubilee. If you want to check them out, there are some good videos. But make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, ChrisShotter_, and let me get into it straight like that.
All black people aren't going to be the same.
Cool, and I agree with you. And that's why I'm in the disagree column. I don't need that kind of foolishness around the children.
Let's fight. What's up?
And make sure to put on some videos for me to react to, because sometimes some of the videos that I want to react to is shit now, boy. Some of them I don't like as much. So, but I just try to get some good videos for for entertainment. So we go see about what videos in the future now, boy. Strongly agree. We're telling yourself, strongly agree, dog.
Right over here.
Which one are they picking? Strongly disagree, somewhat agree, strongly agree, and so forth now. While they picking, right? While they picking for do I like fried chicken? I picking strongly agree, dog.
I love it. You know, I understand the stereotypes about it and all that kind of stuff, but I love it.
I just don't really like fried food. I'm not really a fan of chicken. I've never ate it, so.
You've never had fried chicken?
I have had it. I don't enjoy it. I don't really eat fried foods. I try to eat pretty healthy, so.
Well, that doesn't, it only classifies it if you like it or not. There's nothing wrong. Wow, where's the question? It's a kind of if and button. I don't know if I agree with it, but I'll say I agree, dog. I'll say I agree. I ain't gonna say I somewhat agree. I'll say I agree, dog. I'll say I agree. Yeah, sure.
I feel like I'm always on the wrong side of the room.
Would you guys be offended if I had dreads, since I'm biracial, since I'm half black and half white? So where is the line? Like if someone's a quarter black?
I'm not gonna sit there and come to your face and be like, you're not 100% black, therefore you can't. Like, that's not my place. However, if you're a white person and you have dreads in your hair, it's like, what does that mean to you? And you're not even wearing them right. Like, you don't even wash them.
I just don't see how a race can own a hairstyle. To be honest, like, hair is hair. There's all kinds of hairstyles in Africa. I still don't think that, like, a single race group can say, this one hairstyle, nobody else can do it but me.
To a certain extent, I agree with him, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. Kanye West is invited to the cookout. Well, I don't really care for it, dog. Whatever. It's whatever. I disagree. I don't know. I don't know Kanye West like that. I listen to your music.
No more cookouts. No, bruh, just go home. Like, there ain't no cookout.
I'm sorry.
One thing I know about him is that he wanted to be president, which is no way possible. But hey, like, shoot for the stars now, man.
I strongly agree because I don't like the idea of perpetuating this concept that all black people have to be the same and think the same and act the same. I don't think he's fully understood. People like Kanye are creatives and he uses like creative speech. And some people just take him at face value or like kind of like the literal sense of what he's saying. And if you did that, every creative could be taken the wrong way.
I disagree with that, Eve. Like, I don't think that he's so creative and that his words are being misinterpreted. Like, he's making very specific phrases, like black people chose to be slaves. That's completely untrue, and in my opinion, that's just unacceptable.
But I think that's people misunderstanding what he's saying. I really don't think he's trying to.
Yeah,
how do you interpret that?
No, I think what he's saying is there's a mindset where you know where.
Like, here, so, okay, like, he was trying to say it in the term of, like, you know, it was a choice for you to stay there when you knew that you could have done whatever else to get out, and maybe you would have ended up dead, but it would have been better than being a slave. So, I don't, it's not like I'm, whoa.
talking to Kanye. This negates the millions of people who did.
Don't you believe that today there are people whose mindset they're corporate slaves, or they're people?
But you gotta be careful with the language you use. Kanye's an artist. He's a lyricist. So you can't say stuff like that because
He's using
some people
metaphors.
haven't learned their history yet. And some people don't know that it was millions and millions and millions of blacks who fought oppression, who fought slavery.
But you're right in that he needs to be more conscious of his word choice because there's not everybody who's going to understand that.
And that's why I say somebody as smart as Kanye, I think he's doing this for shock value and for money. And if he's doing that, he's setting people back. And that's why I can't rock with him on that.
What scares me is the second somebody speak in PC or not, or they're able to articulate what they're trying to say well or not, that they're excluded from cookouts and from a culture and from your identity. And I think that's scary because I'll tell you right now, the more we treat people...
So this going from picking either Kanye going to your cookout or not to slavery and okay. It's like Kanye have let's have a disagreement with that. I don't really know Kanye like that. I don't follow him. So I don't know how he does really act throughout social media now. So what they're talking here is like
who are different and isolate ourselves even, I think the worse it is for us long term. And to be honest, we're going to drive more and more people to have closeted feelings and emotions. And this goes back to people saying like would you rather have a racist next to you that's hiding it, or would you rather have a racist next to you that's letting you know how they feel and you know where they're coming from?
Cool, and I agree with you. And that's why I'm in the disagree column. He can come eventually once we have some conversations. But right now, I don't need that kind of foolishness around the children.
Police target black men and women.
Most deaf. Strongly agree. But not all police though. So I will say agree. I ain't gonna say it as strongly agree because it have the select few that
I
they really
strongly agree.
It
was created to monitor the minority.
Target
back
black
in the day,
people.
It was the Irish, it was Italians, and so it's ingrained
but
into the system.
I ain't gonna lie to you, most Americans, I don't live in America, but what I see from my knowledge of social media, they does target black people most of, but I feel that it have a select few that don't, so I don't really strongly agree on that statement. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Policing, and that's the problem. I think we have to reframe what policing is now, and until we do that, it will always be targeting people of color because that's what it was created to do.
I see it as like there's a little bit of a socio-economic piece to it. It's like kind of saying the SEC mostly prosecutes white people through like years of institutional racism, where there's poverty and there's communities that are kind of like have created this like perfect storm of issues, like whether it's legal issues, people robbing each other, selling drugs or whatnot. The idea is if you police that neighborhood more, you're going to have more of them arrested.
Can I ask you, do you feel like there are equal amount of arrests happening on Wall Street than there are happening in the hood?
Like the white collar like crimes are I do think that they're less like monitored and less, but without having all the data that I need. But
it have a stereotype for black people in America. Every white person go look at a black person as being either a criminal or doing something in a criminal manner because I don't know why they had a stereotype for every black man, dog. They go see either robbing somebody, killing somebody, doing some kind of criminal activity. That don't make no sense. Not every black person that's killing another or do some criminal activity. Come on. I hate when white people just do that shit to them.
I do feel that they don't suffer as much consequence when they commit crimes.
That's very true. You got to look at the prison industrial complex here too in the U.S. That's huge business. So, and if you look at a group of citizens that have been perceived as no value having to society or whatever, okay, boom, we're gonna push them, we're gonna pipeline them into that system.
Yeah, and I also think that, the qualifications to become a police officer are so low, and it's like, my life is literally in your hands, man. Like, if I get pulled over, maybe that will be the day that I go home to be with the Lord, and I think that that's really tough for me because you don't want to be distrustful of the police. But they're so incredibly distrustful of us that it's like,
facts.
You could literally kill me.
My father worked in law enforcement, and he's a black man. So there are some law enforcement officers that don't feel that way. However, I think a lot of it does have to do with fear and the fear of black people. So I think that if we kind of address that fear level and that we didn't portray black people, especially black men, as, you know, big, scary guys, that would change a lot of stuff.
Facts. Them Americans fear black people, and dog. Shocked by it. Huh. I act differently around people who aren't black. Well, I ain't gonna lie to you, I live in Trinidad, so I mostly around black people. I'd really be around other races like that, but I don't think I would act differently around white people. And my tone of voice may differ, change around, because they ain't gonna really understand certain words I telling to them or how fast I speak in that way. So I would say I disagree with that one. I could say I disagree. I wouldn't act different around other races, because all white people, because there's the just as we dog. It's not like I might change certain things about me, but I ain't gonna really change the full aspect of thing now. But I will speak this. I will say the same thing I want to say to black people as I will say to white people.
You boomwalking? Which one? I go boomwalk. Which one you going?
I disagree.
I agree that I act differently around people that aren't black, just because, like, corporate America doesn't want to hear me talking, doesn't want to hear me speaking in slang, and I am not happy about it. Like,
I agree. Hear me disagree. I agree. I will act different around white people, because I seeing what I'm seeing right now, I will act different though. Because I'm mostly around black people, so I don't really encounter white people like that on a daily, you know, boy. So I had to act different. I have to act different.
wish that it was different, but I feel like I need to do to fit into that group.
I strongly disagree. I am me wherever I go.
Not really to change your whole personality to really what is the word for it? Fuck. Well, don't really change it. I wouldn't really change my whole personality to really encounter a white person, but hey.
I'm a proud black man, and I'm gonna speak my truth every day of the week. If you don't like it, shit, it ain't on me, that's on you. And I feel like it's a disservice to anyone I'm around if I'm not being my authentic self. Okay. Because my white friends might want to hang out with me because I'm black. They want some flavor. So if I go in being something totally different, then
There's two different things. One thing is, are you changing yourself, or are you changing how you're communicating who you are?
How you're
communicating who I am.
Right. See, I agree with you. The only thing I change is how I communicate with them, because if I speak in straight slang, Trinidad and Tobago slang, going in America, asking certain questions, them not going to understand me. Them go and say I speak in some other language, and it's clearly English I speak in it. But
I mean, I still remain the same.
Like, do you have a white voice?
do I have a white voice? I know, Cole, I'm a black man, trust me. Every black person growing up in America can code switch.
Then you need to move a little bit.
But here's the thing. The question was, do I act different when I'm in different surroundings?
No, not act.
And no. But see, how would I ever be accepted if I'm always code switching? That means I'm always acquiescing to something else. You see what I'm saying? So in order to be accepted, you gotta bring you.
Do you guys, when you say code switch, do you mean you change the actual words you say, or do you mean you change the tone of your voice?
I change how I say it, and I change what I say.
I'll
walk into a business meeting different than how I walk into the basketball court. So that's
that is not really the same thing though, because encountering a white man, you're not really on the basketball court when you're going in a business meeting. Regardless of the black or white, you're still going on speak proper though. If you go in for a job interview, you're not speaking like you're from some gang or something though. You have to speak proper like you know what you're doing though, for them to give you get the job though.
To benefit the end goal, and I don't view that as a negative. I view
You
that as
you can't really compare a basketball court because you're with your dogs there on the basketball court, or you could compare that to a job interview though. Come on.
Focusing on what the end goal is.
But I feel like American society has made black people operate in that fashion. Because nobody asks white people to code switch. They can be white in America, China, wherever.
Yeah, wherever.
They accept it. We're around like Visa. but I'm the only one that has to go around and say, oh, hi, how you doing?
Hi, my name is Josh. Hi. Of course, I strongly agree. I am proud to be a black man. You're telling yourself. By strongly, if you could go even further than strongly, I'm going.
That's what I'm talking about.
Strongly, but you're telling yourself you're mad.
I'm glad that we all strongly agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that, you know, we can have these discussions and like still go home knowing that we're family, and I love being black. I love that blackness is expressed many different ways. It's not just one way.
I'm proud to be biracial. I'm proud of my immigrant half, proud of my black half, my ancestors.
I will always be proud of that, no matter where I go in America.
I love being black. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Facts.
I mean, yeah, it presents its challenges, but I couldn't fathom being something else.
Facts.
So I am very proud to be an African American here in America.
Fire video though. We're telling yourself fire video.
Thank you.
All you get a like for that one. Fire video dog. Fire video dog. All you get a like for that one. Fire. What are we talking about? I react to good videos like this. But make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Like we get into the next reaction.